Next semifinal match. The Briscos and Villain Enterprises, both teams from Ring of Honor. And this match shows it. This match legitimately pissed me off. I hated this fucking match. The fucking match starts off, King from Villain Enterprise, he gains the advantage. And the Briscos, they both go outside to break the momentum, which that's a classic thing that's been done before. I can get with that. Well, then they both make tags, and one of the other Briscoe, which I tried to keep the two apart. I tried to figure it was Jay and Mike or Matt or some fucking buddy. Well, they tag in, and then PCO tags in, and we get like 36 chops between the two, back and forth. I'm already bored out of my mind. I'm almost falling asleep because the same type of shit that I've already seen a couple times in this show. So, one Briscoe ends up doing a top rope dive to King to the outside. Well, then, right after that, Villain Enterprises, they take control. They get some tag team moves in there. There's some multiple tags. That again starts to look like a tag team match. Well, then there's a backdrop to one of the Briscoes, but they land on their feet. They tag. Well, then the Briscoes take control. And then there's more typical modern wrestling bullshit going on. All the guys are in the ring. There's no tags. There's no psychology. It all goes right out the fucking window. And it's more of the same shit that you see all the time, every fucking where else. And again, this is just Ring of Honor shit. This is modern wrestling shit. This is... I'm ranting, I know, but I gotta hate this shit. Well, we get a choke slam by King to Jay Briscoe onto the apron of the ring. So they were on the floor. He choke slams on the apron. So not a very... long fall, but it was on the apron. Well, then we get a dive by, Mark Briscoe, and he's on the apron. And then he gets, knocked off by PCO. Then he does another fucking dive. But Mark Briscoe, who was on the apron, who receives the dive, he gets knocked off the apron by PCO. PCO is, stomping around in the ring. Briscoe's standing there on the outside of the ring, watching PCO. PCO runs across the ring. He dives outside the ring. And Mark Briscoe fucking stood there, watched him dance around the ring, and finally dive and stand there waiting for him to dive on him. This is the kind of shit that I'm talking about. It was out of place. It made no fucking sense. Why would the guy stand there and fucking look at him? In real life, you're going to stand there, you're going to watch this guy, and as he starts walking, running towards you to do this dive, you're going to sidestep and watch him splat on the fucking pavement. This is... PCO. PCO is on the top rope. He goes for a front flip onto one of the Briscoes who's laying there on the apron. He moves. So PCO splats on the apron of the ring from the top rope. This guy's, again, 51 years old. Why the fuck is he doing this stupid ass shit? It's unnecessary. It's dumb. There was no fucking call for this. You tell me the Briscoes and King, they could have maybe done something like this. It still would have been annoying, and it still would have had no reason to be done. But why is PCO doing this shit? It's fucking dumb. I'm sorry, but this is... there's more brawling on the floor. They're doing this forever. Again, the rules are thrown right out the fucking window. The rules apparently don't apply. The referee's standing there with his thumb up his fucking ass. He's not counting out either of these teams because all four guys, the legal ones, the illegal ones, they're all out on the floor. They're brawling. They're slamming each other on the concrete floor. What the fuck? Well, then King and both of the fucking Briscoes, they're grabbing chairs and they're slamming them on the apron of the ring. Just being loud and obnoxious. I mean, what the fuck am I watching? Right? Why? Why is any of this a fucking thing? Well, then finally the Briscoes and King, I do have it wrote down here, Brody King, excuse me, they get in the ring. PCO grabs a chair, he's in the ring. after all the slamming and all the smashing him on the fucking, ring apron and being dumb, wasting time and for no reason. Well, one of the Briscos, he tries to like pull the chair away from one of them or something. Well, then one of the Briscos gets hit by one of the guys from Villain Enterprises. Referee doesn't see that. So then that same Briscoe ends up breaking free, uses the chair, hits one of the other fucking guys. Again, it was all fucking chaos and none of it made sense at this point. Well, the Briscos, they end up getting DQ'd. And at that point, to be quite honest with you, I didn't even care at this point. I didn't care how this match ended just as long as it fucking ended. I hated this. I hated everything about this. Look, I haven't really ever watched Ring of Honor. I've never really paid attention to Ring of Honor. I've never really had a way to watch or pay attention to Ring of Honor. But to be quite honest, I never really cared about Ring of Honor. Well, I'm going to say this. Both of these teams were from Ring of Honor. And if this is what Ring of Honor is all about, I don't want to watch anything from Ring of Honor or watch anything that is related to Ring of Honor or anything they have anything to do with ever again in my life. I hated every last bit of this. This is the same type of shit that you see in these independents, ruining the reputation of wrestling. Everything about this was trash. None of it made any sense. They're doing unnecessary shit. At this point, this was clearly a mistake for me to watch this fucking show. And I don't ever want to see anything like this ever again. And this is what's making it really hard for me to watch any kind of wrestling. So this match, I hated with every fiber of my being. And this is what I was talking about earlier at the very start of this review. If I would have known that Ring of Honor was involved and this is the kind of thing that they were going to bring to the table, I never would have watched this show. I would have watched anything else but this. Maybe I would have tried watching the 70th anniversary show or the full pop-up event that they had on that they have on there. Something. Maybe their Into the Fire pay-per-view was good. Maybe their Hard Times pay-per-view was good. But after seeing shit like this, even if and when they do the 2020 Crockett Cup, I guarantee you I won't watch it. Because if Ring of Honor, Marty Scurll is going to be involved. He's with Ring of Honor. So if Ring of Honor is going to be involved in the 2020 Crockett Cup, I want nothing to do with it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear about it. There's nothing about it that I want anything to do with. And I don't... If there's anything else that I go to watch from the NWA and it's got Ring of Honor involved, I won't watch it. I want to watch the NWA. I don't want to watch Ring of Honor. Fuck Ring of Honor and everything that they do, everything that they're standing for. I can't stand it. And if the NWA is going to continue doing events like this with them, then I sure as hell ain't going to watch it.